My love of Pokemon started on the school bus in fourth grade. I was just chilling, sitting there on the bus. Some kid showed me some cards. Everybody was like huddled up, looking over the seats, just like looking at everybody's card. And I was just like, this is so cool. It was the one thing in my life that has stuck, like the one love of a thing that's just never gone away. It's the strangest thing and I can't explain it, but I think I always knew that I was going to open a store selling cards, and now we're here.
So I actually didn't start the business here. I worked for the previous owner for about 3 years, and it was time for them to retire. I decided it was something I wanted to do to take over and maintain the business and what he created here.
Well, I had an education background as well as an art background.
And then I had a graphic design job that I was recently laid off from, and so unemployed for a long time. We saw this business model around in like Portland and up in Linwood, and so we were like, why not try to bring something like that to Tacoma? And so we wrote a business plan and submitted to Spaceworks. People really liked it, and it just took off from there.
We've been here now 10 and a half years.
10 years.
Our family moved in USA 2009. It's been 15 years. My wife and I worked here and we really enjoyed, and I have a lot of regular customer and like yours. And yeah.
My name is Darcy Anderson.
I'm R.R. Anderson, and together we are Tinkertopia. We creative reuse center in the center of downtown Tacoma, Washington.
So we accept donations, things from the waste stream, and we rebrand that scrap material and gently used art material as new stuff for folks on their projects.
My name is Stephanie McCullough, and I'm the owner of Metro Coffee. It's located in the heart of the University of Washington campus here in downtown Tacoma.
We love our location for out-of-town foot traffic, folks that are coming to Tacoma to visit the museum district, who are touring the campus for University of Washington Tacoma to get a good feel of what campus life would be like, what's available as far as cool spots to hang out.
People really stand behind the small businesses that they support.
College kids, art high school right down the street, all the art museums, history museums, the museum district.
We're a lot of shop local, and the community is really great in that regard. The con is that downtown's still currently kind of a commuter downtown.
Everyone complains about not finding parking or scary homeless people everywhere.
Yeah.
Which is just not really true, but it's a perception.
There's not a lot of residential area. That's going to be changing in the near future. That is changing as we speak.
If you're a city mouse, then it's no problem. If you're a country mouse, then it's a little bit of an issue, but it's good for them to bust them out of their shells and come down here.
My name is Jared. I'm 22. I started the business a year and a half ago, and I'm in the industry of Pokemon cards. I grew up here. I was born here. I moved out, but I came back here eventually and decided that I was comfortable here.
Chris Kim, I was internal auditor in finance company in Korea, and now I open business 6 years ago, 2018. It's a sandwich shop, and we sell sandwich, breakfast and lunch, and some kind of grocery, coffee. Because I'm looking for business, several area, but 2018 when I started a business, 2018 Tacoma downtown, it was empty, something like all buildings, not many people around here. But I thought later on, Tacoma gonna be, expand business and it's gonna be okay.
But I came back here eventually and decided that I was comfortable here. I may as well start my first business in the hometown. I'm very familiar with the area. I know a lot of other business owners. So it just kind of it was easy for me. So there was no legal reasons or anything. I've considered business in other cities. I've considered business in other states too, but it was just my situation. Yeah, I have no idea what Tacoma does for small businesses in terms of like advertising and helping us. I don't know if there's any programs or what specifically they want to help us with. I think that if they wanted to help businesses thrive, especially starting businesses, they could like make it a little more public, I guess. There was the economics department that I only discovered last night, and I looked into it a little bit, but it was, I didn't really dive in the rabbit hole too much.
So my name is Deirdre Patterson. I'm a business and economic development analyst for the city of Tacoma. I manage the city's revolving loan fund portfolio, which is a small business loan program that we've had since 1979. I also run our technical assistance programs and act as a small business resource navigator.
My name is Daniel Garcia. I work for the Arts and Cultural Vitality Division with the City of Tacoma. We help to connect artists to our grants and funding opportunities, from public art projects like traffic wrap boxes to Tacoma Creates after-school programs. Our office is really dedicated to enriching the arts and culture and science and heritage needs here in the city.
A lot of what we provide at the City of Tacoma, I think one of the most vital and important things that we provide is funding. A lot of people do not know that we have a small business loan program, but we've had it since the 80s, and it provides really critical and much needed funding for our small businesses, especially our smallest and micro businesses.
One of the main reasons why we were able to survive was through grants and loans during the main frame of COVID, I guess you might say.
We offer micro loans of up to $25,000 and also gap financing up to $500,000. What I've learned in this role is that the number one need for businesses is money, especially our women and minority-owned businesses.
3 years ago, when we got the pandemic, it was so challenging time. So it dropped 80% sales. And then after that, the city and community helped us a lot.
The city has the Downtown Tacoma Partnership, which has their social media that highlights new businesses, highlights established businesses and what we're up to. They try to support pop-ups and all the merchants down here to get people downtown shopping for the holiday season. And then in the summertime, they have this huge block party so that to highlight, downtown is awesome.
The Downtown Hall Crawl is something that the Downtown Tacoma Partnership puts on during the holiday season. They put businesses on a little list to then give people a gift certificate thing that's valid for up to like $50, for example. And if you have the certificate, you get to go to any participating businesses, and the Downtown Tacoma Partnership cuts the business a check after the season and after the hall crawl's complete.
We also do trainings, we do workshops, we provide education as far as opportunities to work with the city through contracting. We also provide general business training to assist folks with improving their operations, maybe addressing some needs for marketing and technology and things like that. And we also have technical assistance programs that we do through contractors. And then at bare minimum, we'll help people to navigate city processes like permitting, code, compliance, and things like that to help ensure that our entrepreneurs are successful in Tacoma.
I just recently went to a seminar hosted by the Economic Development City Department, and it was all about navigating leases and commercial leases, and it was open to anybody.
Sometimes it's hard because the workshops will land during like business hours. So, I'm at work, so it would be hard to utilize those resources. I think it would be nice to maybe have more grant and loan opportunities, just because COVID effects still linger in the downtown core. I can't necessarily speak for other outside areas, but, a lot of businesses are working remote or hybrid and all that. So there's still the effects of COVID in the downtown area.
I'd say that the pandemic didn't necessarily reveal new needs. I think what it did is it highlighted large disparities that we have known exist, but it brought them to the front stage. Simply making opportunities available is not a real opportunity if they are not accessible. And so what we've done is a lot of retooling programmatically and looking at our processes in ways that we can make our opportunities and our funding programs more accessible to those who need it the most. It's an accomplishment for the smallest businesses to be able to take advantage of what we have to offer. And so a lot of what we have been doing is revolved around rethinking how we do our lending, how we make our decisions, how we prioritize our resource allocation, and ensuring that there's education as well that allows people to have the necessary skills to utilize our resources and programs.
I've had customers that are older and they told me about what it was like to grow up in like 1950s and 60s in downtown Tacoma and before the mall, and it was just super busy all the time, a lot of business, everything was thriving until the construction of the mall, and then now it really seems like the city's pushing business in that direction, developing those areas. And like I understand that every area of Tacoma is going to need to be developed individually because it's such a large city, which gives me optimism too. I like to think that, you know, they're going to take care of one area, they're going to move to another, and then eventually it's going to work its way downtown. So if the community wanted to help, it would just be like come downtown, support, and then just keep living in Tacoma. And being in Tacoma, that's what grows the city. So.
As a part of my job, I'm really on the street and really ground level with a lot of businesses. So I have a decent, relatively good pulse on our small business community. And as more businesses are opening every day, you can see how our community really shows up and supports those businesses.
Shop local, shop with intent and purpose. So much of our society now is based in instant gratification. If you take an extra day or so, I guarantee you can find a local equivalent to what you might purchase on Amazon, for example. And again, just shopping local keeps our economy strong. It keeps providing opportunities for people here in Tacoma. I can't advocate for it enough.